Alrighty, good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. It's a beautiful day today. The weekend was money. We had that big snow event and rain event on Saturday that was beyond beneficial. I mean, it was awesome. It does a lot of things. As you know, it knocks the pollen out of the atmosphere. It sets us up with much better air quality. It puts more green on the hills a little later, which is always good. And then you knock down that snow in the mountains, 26.4 inches up at the Sierra Snow Lab up on Donner Summit. I mean, that's a big snow event for February, let alone here we are in May. So our biggest snow event of the season happened in May. So it was a really good setup. And now we're going into a completely different weather pattern, which you would expect. The low leaves, the high is going to build in and be pretty aggressive this week. And we're going to see temperatures potentially towards Mother's Day, and we'll get to that, into the low 90s. In the Sacramento Valley and even in some of the fringe areas, the east side of the bay. And then this guy, I want to do a little thing on the tarantulas because you all know we got them. Many folks have seen them, some haven't. I didn't see them a lot. I'm out a lot, so I'll bump into them. This is not the time of year you really see them. You really see them in August, September, and October up in the East Bay Hills. They're pretty awesome, right? I was actually at a place that it's a surf spot. This a few weeks ago. And down the coast, kind of on the central coast. And it's a surf spot. It's kind of used to be secret. It's not anymore. It used to be part of the old ranch, which was is kind of private land up by Lompoc, so on and so forth. But the break is called Tarantulas, right? So, and on this particular day, I was like, yeah, the waves were it was kind of sideshore wind. So I go, I'm just going to jump on the bike and burn out a ride on this old bitchin' road. And I bump into this guy. I don't know if it's a guy, but I'm assuming it is. And they're awesome. They're just awesome. And I actually got him out of the road because I thought, God, if car's going to run over him, because they're big. Like, it wasn't like, I mean, he was as big, not as big as my hand, but big as the palm of my hand. Yeah, as big as the palm of my hand. So some nuggets on these guys. The name comes from Italy. There's a town called Taranto. And in this town of Toronto, the legend was you get bit by one of these bad boys because they do have teeth. That's how they eat their prey. If you get bit by one of these bad boys, you will start going into this kind of hallucinogenic dance and you'll start spinning and then you collapse, which is super dramatic. It sounds like a 1920s silent film kind of movie plot. But the dance, they named the dance, right? Which is like, I mean, I don't even know how they got there, but because the spiders aren't poisonous. But anyway, so in this town of Italy, Tarantula, they named the dance the Tarantula dance. And that, of course, translated to tarantula throughout, the years. The thing I think is interesting about them is, let's see if I can change pictures on you. There we go. Another picture, same guy. See all the hairs on them? Those are their whole game is super sensitive because of all the hairs. So they feel things, right? So they move like to hunt at night. They move around. They can feel things with all these hairs, which makes nothing but sense. So they sense their environment. But the front two legs, my understanding is, the hairs actually have the ability, and I have no idea how they know this, but the hairs on those front legs have the ability to smell, have the ability to interpret their environment, in terms of the actual atmospherics, what it smells like. So pretty awesome, huh? I don't know. And this is where, because I actually scooched, I was kind of scared of them. They have teeth, and no one's ever been killed by a tarantula. And they do have a little poison, but it's like not even a big deal, typically. But the tail, he got pissed. Like when I bumped him off the road, he was super unhappy. And that's when the tail went up. And it kind of looked like how tarantulas, not tarantulas, but what are they? Scorpions, how the tail goes up. It kind of did that. And I was like, I mean, I didn't run or anything. I just pushed him off the road. And then this is kind of his upside down game. It's like biology class or something. But there it is. That's what the tarantula is all about. Let's go to weather. I think that's it. Let me see if I got on my notes because I thought I learned a lot about tarantulas. Oh, the females live to be 25 years old. Males not as long. The females live a long time in their little holes, and the males go around in August, September, and October, and November, and they start looking for the female holes essentially, and they kind of go in there and they do their business. Yeah, got it all. Teeth, called tarantula, California tarantula. That's what they're called, or wolf spider, which that's what we used to call them, quite frankly. But this is the California tarantula, and I'm going to move this over here. And we're going to look at the visible satellite map. So here we go. We're looking at weather now. Nice day. This is the visible. People always go, why do you like the visible so much? just because it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, look, right there's the Bay Area right now. You can zoom in on that and try to interpret, where the fog is. There is no fog right now. You can see clear skies in the Central Valley. You can even see river, not rivers, but like you can kind of see river basins and things based on the colors, right? There's actually better visible satellite imagery that are color, and then you can actually pick out more stuff. But this one's just a good on the fly one. This is a model I want to show you. I'll draw X around us. It's hard to find us actually on this, but where are we? We're kind of in this area here. So, and I really just want you to see what I think is super relevant. So there we are, right box. There we are, left box. See that left box? That's the center of the high. See the donuts coming up like that? That's the high pressure. Picture a big salad bowl. That's right. Can you picture that? Like, and if you're a backpacker or a hiker, those contours would represent going up a mountain. The tighter the contours, the steeper the grade. The tighter the contours here, the higher the pressure gradient, the stronger the winds. So there's this area up here. That's super windy, man. It's going off up there. Those isobars are really close together. But what I want to show you is watch this area. Let me see if I'm going to kind of draw this double box. So watch that double box area. Watch when I go through time. See the high it morphs, but then it kind of resets up. I'm just moving through time. I'm just giving you an idea of what we're up against or what's going on. This Pacific high, see how that thing hit it and gets bumped out? Gets pinched a little bit. Now it's kind of going closer to the coast, and then it comes back. That's the Pacific high. That's why we have a Mediterranean climate. That's why we're wet winters, dry summers. And with this pattern, I kind of went through that real quick, but this is now California here. Let's see. And you can go, okay, draw our X, our square around there. These temperatures. I just want to show you, it's going to warm up continuously this week. These are isobars. You can see wind direction as well. And you can see us. So as we go into, what is this? This is this afternoon. You see the red. So it's warming up, right? Temperature's warming up. And then we go overnight. And then the next day into Tuesday morning, it starts to warm up again. Warms up a little more. Then we go into Wednesday morning. And look at Wednesday. Much warmer, right? That's Wednesday afternoon. Look what happens on Thursday. Thursday afternoon. Still warmer. And that's because the wind blows. So I can do this. I hope this isn't too much. Where's my little pen? Okay, so it's because the wind blows essentially. Oops, I don't want that. I wanted this. Clear screen. I'm not that good at this. Okay, well, either way. The wind blows perpendicular to those isobars. I can find my pen. And then this is the day I want you to notice. Look at Friday afternoon. Look at that. I mean, that bad boy. Those are your 90s. So it's going to get, and disregard those temperatures. Those don't necessarily reflect what's going on. Like there's that 81 down towards San Jose. It's just a sampling. But in the really warm spots around the Bay Area on Saturday, Sunday, anticipate low 90s. In the mountains, we did get that snow. I think this is a live picture because it's awesome to show live pictures and in the mountains, especially when the sun is out. I imagine the skiing today is ridiculously good. Nobody on 80. That's at Donner Lake, Nevada, eastbound 80. And then we can go to Ocean Beach. We'll move to the beaches. And you can see something different here. The winds are southwest about 8 knots. And that's how it's not blown out. It's not bad. It's almost surfable. The winds are southwest at 8 knots. Those winds are going to become more northwesterly and northerly. And as it warms up, so we should see the winds increase. Today's kind of a nice day out at the beach, though, as you can see there. And then as you look at the surface observations, these are right now. You can see it's gusting to, or maybe you can't. Let's find an easy one. Let's go Golden Gate Bridge, see that one there. So the red 16 it's gusting to 16 knots right at the gate. Temperature is 55 degrees right at the gate. Here we are inland a little bit, out by San Ramon, out by Walnut Creek. It's 61 degrees. Gusting to 12 out of the northwest. So we've got a really nice week ahead. I think that the story today is going to be, or this week, the weather headlines are going to be, it's going to get a little bit breezier, especially in the Central Valley, but we're going to see those temperatures ramping up all week to the upper 80s, low 90s by Mother's Day weekend. We're also going to have hay fever issues this week for many. It'll get better because of the rain. And we're dry. That's how this goes. We're going to be dry for a while. All right. Hope you have a nice day. I'll probably see you tomorrow.